Thank you for joining me. This video is about Venus in the ninth house using a sidereal zodiac. So as we know, Venus is the planet of love, choices, making really good choices that serves you right, really. It's an indicator of money and family, self-value, resources, bank accounts, family value, family money and resources, early family education, so the values that your family put into you, food that you eat, enjoyment, how you enjoy your life, your passions, the harmony you seek in life, the luxury and comfort that you seek, how sensual you are, your creativity, and also obviously it rules all of the arts, media, music. What type of music and the arts do you like? Perfume, marriage. It's about partnership and commerce, business, giving and taking. Diplomacy, and Venus is also devotion and compromise. And now we are having ninth house. Ninth house is it's kind of far lands and education, higher education, is spirituality and religion. It's all about kind of your beliefs, your belief system. It's also obviously the natural zodiac sign. Ninth sign of the zodiac is Sagittarius, so it has got all those flavors of Jupiter as well, where you have the you're seeking the truth. It's all about sharing a vision with people and wanting to be learned, educated, education, things like that. So these people are very, very much that's what they seek. They seek somebody who they will either meet abroad, they meet at a learning center like university or university abroad, or they're on a course gaining some skills. And obviously from here as well, Venus is because also Venus and Jupiter are both planets of learning and teachers as well, and it's actually casting aspect onto the third house. So these people naturally want to learn in life. They are not interested in the well, actually, they probably are interested in everything, really. So from the very, very deep-rooted stuff to quite mundane things as well. So information is important to seeing the world as one. So these people are really, literally, are people who are putting the two kind of values together. People who want to learn about culture, where we come from. They're interested in their heritage. Like, for example, they like traveling. They would really enjoy traveling, but they're not necessarily want to go traveling and lie on the beach for 2 weeks and take in the sun rays, just that. They also want to know the history of the place. What type of foods do they eat? Like if they will probably want to visit some buildings nearby where it tells you something about the culture of the people in that area, history. They want to visit some museums, for example. So these are all the things that these people are really interested in, and they always want to learn. They're one of those people who probably never stop learning, particularly if it's got kind of Venus is in good condition, because obviously this is this is all about like when Venus is actually healthy. So as we said, there are obviously Venus is all about the arts, but this is more about culture and arts. So it'd be more like the classics. So if they're reading a book or something, it will probably it'd be more to do with the classical aspect of something rather than the near history. It'd be like distant, ancient history. As I said, anything to do with education, higher education, getting their PhDs or masters. It's also, ninth house is about religions. All different types of religions and spirituality are all to do with ninth house. So even if they're either religious and looking for somebody who shares that those beliefs, or they're interested in being with somebody, depending on the aspects, who is from different religion or different, has got some sort of, and they want to share these views. They're very much interested in that kind of the truth. Obviously they're spiritual, so they want something just higher than just the marriage. And so they will be interested in things like Sanskrit and astrology. This is all to do with ancient wisdom. That's what they want. They want that higher knowledge, really. And they're looking for commitment, because this is obviously ninth house is seventh house is actually sort of relationships, and it can be marriage, but this is when the marriage becomes like a contract. So they're not really interested in living with somebody necessarily, unless if they've already been married and divorced. They really kind of want that commitment. It's a committed sign, ninth house. And so these people, they can be interested in politics as well, psychology, psychotherapy, all those kind of ninth house things, and very much interested about literally just for them, constantly being open to stuff in the world that are to do with learning how people live. They are interested in all those things. They could actually also be interested in human rights. And also just wanted to say that obviously ninth house is it's like the highest trine house, so it's a very, very nice placement for Venus. And it also shows the relationship with the father. So if Venus is a good planet for you, it actually shows a very loving dad who is very artistic, and a very cultured father, very well educated and well travelled, as well also obviously your partner as well in life. But generally speaking, because ninth house is house of luck as well, so the moment you get married, luck comes into your life, so that's wonderful placement. And obviously you're looking for that well-traveled person. It could be a foreign person, open-minded, philosophical relationship. That's what you really, really want. Not really interested in sort of like gossiping and little sort of like, they don't want to know about the silly entertainment things, more about more cultural thing, because they feel as though they're global citizens. So they like this, they like world music, and they are open to, they are quite open-minded people. So this is really, really nice to know that they are, they feel as though everything has got something to give them, which is so lovely. So they're likely to go, for example, to the cinema to watch a world movie, or to go to an expensive opera or ballet, but equally quite happy to be in, because that's Venus. It's not necessarily always has got to be opulence, but they get a lot of enjoyment out of going into a tiny little cafe, which is like run by, say, foreign nationals, cooking very sort of traditional dishes. They would love that. They love tradition. So high morals are very important to them as well. I was looking at some charts, so let's have a look at these. So Hubert de Givenchy, the fantastic designer, who's also brought out some wonderful timeless perfumes as well. He is a Gemini ascendant, and his ascendant ruler, Mercury, has gone into the ninth house with Venus, Jupiter and Sun. So this kind of shows how his art has followed him with all different cultures. And in Aquarius as well, so he'll have very humanitarian, very sort of visionary person as well, who wants to contribute something to the world as well. And so that shows his vision as well. And it's a beautiful placement, because obviously it has also got Jupiter there. So it's got three benefics: Venus, Mercury and Jupiter, all of them in the ninth house for him, together with the Sun, which rules his third house of communication, arts, things you make with your hands as well. So this was his vision and what he gave to the world. It's cool. It's actually wonderful yogas going on there. And you can also see that Venus rules for Gemini ascendant 5th house as well, which is another Purva Punya, another trinal house. It's Lord Venus gone into the 9th house, so it's pretty amazing. And so he has got this timeless name, and it's kind of these people with really nice sort of placements. Like we looked at some people like Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan and all these wonderful people who have given us so much over the years. They live, their name lives on, their charts live on as well. I'm going to do videos about that, actually, how a chart can live after somebody passes away. The next person is Clint Eastwood, which is obviously, we all know, Hollywood actor, and famous director. And he's also gone into politics as well. So Venus is in his chart, he's a Libra ascendant, he's gone into the 9th house Gemini. So he likes to communicate. Obviously, Gemini is a 3rd house of the natural zodiac. So for him, communicating his art is very important. And he's sitting there with Jupiter. Jupiter is also the 3rd lord for this chart, because it's all to do with the arts, expressing yourself. And Saturn, the ruler of the 5th house for him, is aspecting Venus and Jupiter as well. So it's given him fantastic fame, and his art has actually progressed with years. So, and although his movies himself were fantastic, but the movies he's made himself as a director have been much more visionary, much more deeper messages within them as well, more culturally recognized within the arts and the cinema world. So yes, that's what's given him to the world. And he's actually, Jupiter being there has actually expanded his 9th house, and Jupiter is a significator of 9th house anyways, rules the natural 9th house of the zodiac, which is Sagittarius. So he's put his beliefs and the culture that is interested in other cultures, he's put that all into his art form, which is so beautiful. And obviously we've gained a lot of knowledge from him. In fact, I've always enjoyed his arts, what he's given us, more as a director rather than the years he was an actor, because I just think that he's just has become, as he's matured, he's given so much more to the world. It's just been amazing. So thank you guys for supporting me, and I very much look forward to seeing you on the next video.